Hello and welcome back to the Finish Line and our Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post video. So, as always, I'm your host, Andrew Halligan, and I'm joined by, as always, Tom. We lost Dave. Dave got hangry and had to go home. So we just finished recording our weekend preview with Emma Kennedy from the Final Furlong. So that'll be up already by the time you get to watch this. Tom, how art thou?
I'm good, Andrew. I'm waiting for you to tell me when my 20 minutes to abuse the shit out of your and Dave's tips, because that's what you did against mine when I wasn't on last week because I was sick. Oh, and for people who watched the previous show, I fixed my green screen.
He fixed the green screen. It looks nice now.
It did fall on me as I was fixing it, which was quite funny.
And I'm cracking wasn't recording because I nearly fell off my chair.
Yeah, we'll get some images for the green screen next week. We'll plan it properly. But
since Dave's not here now, you can kind of have a go at his ones.
Just make good. I
mean, if you haven't watched the previous podcast of this week's weekend tips, just go over and watch it. There might be a few surprises. You might see Tom just go watch it. That's all I can say. But this is our Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post video, and we are on episode 5, I want 6, whichever one. It'll be there. Tom, this week, who are we going for?
This week, Andrew, I debated this, but I seen what price this horse is for a race, and I don't really like betting on to win any race, but I really do think that's the bet for this. The horse is the Boss's Oscar. I put him up on one of our videos that we did on the unlucky losers, and he was very much an unlucky loser in the Martin Pipe last year. I can't find him in the Martin Pipe betting, but he's 14. I can't find him. He's not in there for some reason, but he's it's only priced up with one or two bookies, so that's probably why. But he's second favourite for the Potemps at 14-1 and a bit of 12-1. And with Sky Bet, you can get 12-1 about him. So I am quite happy to take that, to be honest.
What mark is he on now, Tom?
What's that, sorry?
What mark is he on now?
I've just looked. He went up £1 for coming second. He was getting squeezed into the race, and Flooring Porter quickened well clear. And I haven't seen the head on from it. I'm not sure if it's out there, but Jack Kennedy managed to get him into second, nicely enough. But he was off 137 that day. He ran in the Martin Pipe off 138. He's 138 in Ireland now. He'll be low 140s, I imagine, for the for whatever he runs in Cheltenham. Look, I just think he's got one day in mind, and that's it for him. And I think he'll win, to be honest. I think he'll win whatever he runs in. That's why I'm not worried about putting him up for either the Martin Pipe or the Potemps. And he's 12-1 when he's 12-1 for one race. So backing him for any race seems the most logical step.
It does look like a Sire de Burley all over again. It does like he's right. We have his mark. Let's just look after him now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him now, because I think they're very much going to want to look after that mark. And I don't. It's a long enough time between now and Cheltenham. So I'm just looking. He ran in December last year. He ran at Christmas. He won his maiden hurdle at Leopardstown, and then he ran once more. Was all.
I'd say you might see him in February. Just to blow away. I'll say we put away till then.
I'd say one run somewhere. I've no idea where, but yeah, I think he's got Cheltenham written all over him. And as I was saying on the show last week, he's probably one of my strongest bets for Cheltenham at the minute.
I'd say you're not the only one with that one now. Going on. My one this week is kind of on the back of Bob Ollinger last week. I'm assuming, well, I'm not assuming, I'm nearly full sure this horse is going to go here. It's appreciated for the Albert Bartlett. I think this is tailor-made 3 mile horse all day long. Second in champion bumper last year. Patrick Mullins on the show, he said he just felt like an out-and-out stayer. He got down for speed in the champion bumper by Fernley Hollow. He came out and won over 2 miles in the Mickey Mouse race around Cork. What did we learn from that? He can jump a hurdle in public. I presume he's going to turn up at Christmas at Leopardstown somewhere. I genuinely think he's tailor-made for the Albert Bartlett. I hope he goes to Albert Bartlett because I think he'd be a big danger wherever he goes. He's currently 20-1 for the Albert Bartlett. I think he's second favourite. I think that's a decent price, considering that he might go to the Ballymore. But I'm at convincing myself he's going here, and I think because I went through it, and there's not many other horses that Willie Mullins has right now that you could say, geez, this thing could run in the Albert Bartlett and appreciate this could drop down. So that's my logic behind it. He's 20-1 for the Albert Bartlett, and I think if he turns up and he shows that he is in good health, he's well able to jump, I could easily see this fella being short enough favourite, kind of like Briar's Hill price going off bar the fall. So
he the horse that he beat actually in Cork, you might think that's not worth much, that form, because the horse who was second was 50-1. They were 28 lengths clear of the third horse. Master McShee is the horse's name, and he came out and bolted up at Cork. What he beat that day, I don't know, but he bolted up himself. So, I appreciate it went past him like he was dead kind of thing. So, he looks very interesting. It'd be interesting to see where he goes next.
I don't know. I think it's just his running style. His running style and the way he carries himself. He looks a stayer. He doesn't look like a speedy horse. Yes, he won over 2 miles in a bumper. Yes, his first run over hurdles was over 2 miles. But I think that was just right. You get him out, get a run into him, get the freshness away, and see where we go. I cannot see him going 2 miles in a championship race either way. So it's either Albert Bartlett or Ballymore. So I'm taking a chance with the Albert Bartlett. I had a small bit on him at 20, so here's hoping. Right, Tom, we're going to do this. You weren't here the last time to defend your selections. We're going to have a little recap on yours since you're here.
Go on.
Right, I still have the banners going up now. And we go from here. Sire the Burleys, into 7th of the stairs. Go.
Yeah, they're very happy with him. I thought he was good at Navan. And yeah, he clearly wants further than that. And Cheltenham flicks a switch with him. So we put him up at 20s. He's into 7s, or 16s. He's into 7s. Yep, happy with that one.
Simply the bets. Gone in on him again and again since the last time.
Yeah, you might think I'd be disappointed because he got beat in the Paddy Power, but I'm just putting a line through that race. I just can't have it. Imperial Aura is now favourite, I think, for the Ryanair. He beat Imperial Aura, giving him weight last year at Cheltenham. He loves Cheltenham. If you're putting a line through him and tipping up Imperial Aura, then you are literally judging simply the bets on one run, and that's in the Paddy Power. So yeah, I can't have that. That's a bad run. I've gone in again at 40s. I'd tell anyone to do the same again. I think 40s is an insulting price when Imperial Aura is a lot shorter.
It'll be interesting to see how the horses that ran disappointingly, some of them are running again on Saturday at Cheltenham. Whether it was a race that majority of the main horses just didn't run the race, and so if Saint Sonny and Mr. Fisher run decent races, you could see 40s going, even if he hasn't even stepped a foot on the race course over the weekend.
Yeah, maybe we'll see what happens.
Your best one so far, Ballyadam, 40s into favoritism for the Supreme.
That's the daddy, really, isn't it? We put him up on the Outsider show, and I just remember seeing the price and thinking it was wild. The way everyone was talking about him and the way he'd won at Downpatrick. They keep saying he's got loads of gears. Gordon thinks he's a Supreme horse, and yeah, look, I think if it was up to Gordon, that's where he'd go. I'm sure the owners are going to have some say, but if they leave it up to Gordon, he'll go for the Supreme. And yeah, anyone who got on at 40 is happy days.
Queen's Brooks, what is your feeling on her now? I know she's had to disappoint in her last 2 runs, but I see she's still sharp enough for the Albert Bartlett.
Yeah, I put her up for the mares, and it's just nowhere near quick enough or probably good enough for that. I just don't know. Some of me wants to say, does she get into a handicap at the festival? And I don't know. I'll keep an eye on her when she turns up at Cheltenham, because she obviously handles the place and goes very well there. But yeah, look, it looks disappointing at the minute.
The thing that I think she hasn't had yet, and I think I said it before, is proper soft to heavy ground. Like last season, our best performance was probably her bumper win at Gorn Park, where it was proper bottomless ground, and it was soft when she ran in the champion bumper as well. She kind of have decent autumn ground running so far this season. So it's interesting if she comes out over Christmas time in maybe a handicap up around the top if the proper soft ground around. She's not one to give up on yet until she gets her conditions, which I think are her conditions. So
the trip has been wrong. The trip has been wrong the 2 times this year. But in saying that, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for her too much. She's got to upperform a lot, really.
Yeah. Right, carefully selected 16s out of 40s for the Ryanair. We are so happy Dave's not here. I'll be here till 12 o'clock.
I heard Willie bigging him up for the Gold Cup the other day.
Stop.
And I'm telling you, again, everyone, if you're knocking this horse, you're judging him off of 1 run, really, I think.
He can't win a Gold Cup, can he? He can't.
That was a horror show. You just need to forget about that run ever happening. And if you forgot about that run ever happening, say he got withdrawn at the start and he was 11-10 favourite for a National Hunt Chase.
Yeah.
You'd consider him for anything, really, wouldn't you? So, and I know people say, oh, yeah, but you can't do that because it did happen. But it did happen, but it was just a complete horror show. Like Patrick said, even getting on him in the parade ring, he knew his game was over. Look, is the Ryanair his race? Is probably not. They see him more as a stayer, I think. I was taking a chance on that just because I thought he travelled so well and he got so keen. It's probably not the race for him in hindsight.
Would you back him next time out? Well, first time season.
I wouldn't be in a rush to back any of Willie's on their first run of the season, and they're probably short enough. But I wouldn't write him off yet.
Okay. Right, our last 2, I'll change it up. St. Roy, another good one. 20s into 8-1 for the champion hurdle.
Yeah.
St. Roy, whatever way you want to pronounce it.
St. Roy, what? Yeah, he was good at Tipperary, and it's just another horror show, wasn't it? It just all went wrong for him. I don't know. I want to see him with a stronger gallop. I think he jumped very well in the county hurdle, and he jumped very well in the county hurdle. And I think that with a stronger pace and maybe even a bit of better ground, he will be seen in a better light. So he's definitely nowhere near written off yet. Would I back him at 8-1? I don't know if I'd be in a rush to. Epatante looks very, very strong. But it's kind of what we said, isn't it? What is in that champion hurdle? Yeah. Epatante was always at the top. She was 7-2 kind of job. She was what she was. And it was when you went to look for a bigger price, he was the one to land on. So, I'm happy with him.
Like, he's definitely going to go there. He's going to improve with jumping at a faster pace because it was a shit show the last time. Everything went wrong from where Mark Walsh put him to how keen he was going to where he tried to go up gaps that didn't exist in the final 2 furlongs. I think 8-1 is still, it's a good each way price when you consider who's in it. Like we've Epatante, who is she's 7-4 favourite, and you've Goshen, who's run the weekend. If he wins, he'd probably go second favourite. And then you're back to St. Rye, who that's literally who most people think is the top 3.
Yeah, and I think after them there's a gap. There's Aspire Tower. I don't know if you mentioned there, Andrew. He's one I'd give a shout out to. I know he was very good on his reappearance. I wouldn't completely rule him out.
Yeah, he's one at a bigger price and I could just go under the radar. Right, on your last one, Quilixiox for the Triumph. He was meant to run the weekend you put him up, but didn't. So I think the next target for him is Leopardstown over Christmas.
Yeah, I'm not too worried he didn't run. I'm more worried that bloody the thing that did run of Gordon's bolted up.
Sluiced up.
Zana here, I think his name is. Yeah, so I'd love to know. I heard Davy Russell talking him up. I think he went and sat on him before they bought him, so he might be a bit biased that way. I hope, but I'd like to get an in on what they think is the better one. I'm still very happy with Calixios at 12-1. To be honest, I think if he gets there on the day, he'll be single figures if he does what I think he'll do anyway. So
yeah, it's a long way off for this as well. So look, 12-1 is a big price right now. He could come out next time in half in price. It's the way it works.
And it is. I think most people dodged the bullet anyway last week, because the one I would have put up is the Big Getaway. And I was saying on the review show, I backed him myself, and he's another one. I'm not giving up on him by any shot just yet, but
he ran too bad to be true.
Yeah, he's a bit disappointed now, but yeah, I think he's Patrick's National Hunt Chase horse.
Yeah, so do I. Dave told me to give his selection. So his selection is court made for the 4 mile
National Chase.
So recap, my selection is Appreciate 20-1 for the Albert Bartlett. Tom's yours is
the Boss's Oscar. Any race 12-1 with Skybet.
Right, so that's another Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post video done. I want to say we're back on Sunday, but we mightn't be.
We are. We'll do it anyway, even if it's just for like 20 minutes. It'll be hilarious.
If anyone didn't see our weekend preview, Waterford are in the All-Ireland final. We live in Waterford. Well, Tom's in Wexford now. Absolute yellow belly trader.
Whoa. I'm Waterford through and through. There's none of this Wexford with me now.
But we are playing Limerick in the All-Ireland final on Sunday, and the review show is on 8 o'clock. If we win, God only knows it's going to be said, and this is Sunday. So literally tune in just for that alone. Look,
that track and trace app is going to be absolutely screwed in Waterford.
All you see is just a load of people running up the quay, running back down the quay.
I'm telling you, there will literally be people self-quarantining all over Christmas in Waterford.
Oh, it's just going to be barriers put on the bridge, these big stone barriers across it. No one in or out. Lads, you're in there for 2 months on your own. Good luck. There will be bodies everywhere. And that's not from COVID, that's just from drink.
Hopefully they do it. The background is, lads, they haven't won it in 61 years. So it's a big deal.
And it's a lot of celebration to happen for 61 years. If they win. That's a big if. Waterford have a tendency to turn up in the big day and forget to actually turn up. They walk out in the pitch and go, oh, shit. But
they did it against Limerick, actually, in Croke Park in an All-Ireland semi-final in, I want to say, around 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
6, was it?
I think it was 7.
Yeah, around then. And that was their year. They had a team full of, like, stars, like absolute like legends of the game, and they were on fire that year, and we all turned up to Croke Park thinking lovely, win this, and we'll be in the All-Ireland final, and they just did not show up at all.
Absolutely bottled it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but look,
these are young lads though. I don't think they will bottle it.
These are used. There's a few under 21 players that won the All-Ireland before, so they're used to winning, and they look like the real deal. Like after the comeback against Kilkenny, like it was.
I've never seen him play like that.
It's like something Sam Crow was on. But anyway,
and on that note,
we are back as always. Well, it might be shortened version on Sunday. I'll be here anyway. Tom will be here. Dave will be in a ditch somewhere. up in Ballybricken. But anyway, we'll be here. So we will see you again on Sunday at 8 o'clock for our live review show. So before that, comment below with your Ante-Post bet for this week, and we will get back to all the comments. We were meant to do our comments this week, but comment man isn't here. Dave, he has one job only, and he's not here. So we will have double comments next week and double the hangover. So we will see you again on Sunday for our live review show. I get it out at some stage at 8 o'clock on Sunday.